Look, yes, I've dealt with a lot. A lot of things have happened in my past, but it's made me who I am. And a lot of us need to realize, okay, look, yeah, I was abused by both my parents. And I was even abused by my significant others that I loved and I would have protected with my own life. But things happen for a reason, whatever, to make you stronger. But when you're told from a young age that you're ugly, you're a whore, you're stupid, and you wonder, how the heck can you be a whore? You're still a virgin. You've never been anywhere. But when you get called that every day, you believe it. And then when you fall in love and start dating and your significant other calls you ugly, fat, stupid on a daily basis, and you're 100 pounds, you believe it. You start taking diet pills, looking in the mirror and see someone you hate. Your parents couldn't love you, and he can't love you, so who would? I mean, look at you, right? No. I know it's hard not to listen to the evil spew that they're saying and the lies. It took me. I was in counseling for 13 years, and it didn't help me. And then I went to try to counseling again because I was in a dark place, and it made me feel even worse. So I got out. And I have a terminal and incurable illness. And it took that, believe it or not, to realize how wonderful, how beautiful I am, and how much I love myself. When I was skinny, yes, I was beautiful, but I didn't love myself. I kept picking losers, guys that used me, I supported, they abused me, cheated on me, called me names, and I even started believing, well, no one would be able to love me. But now I know, even though I have sarcoidosis disease, whoever I'm with, and whoever I share my time with, whether it's someone else or my boyfriend or my family, friends, they're blessed to have me in their life. And my terminal illness, I had to kick out some people out of my life. Just because life's too short. You shouldn't have negative or evil in your life putting you down, making you feel bad about yourself, and wanting to fight with you every day. You don't need that. Even if you are healthy, you don't need that. You should know that you're worth so much more. You're priceless. No one should ever feel worthless, unloved, nothing like that, because you're not. Look, God put you here for a reason. You may not know it yet. It took me a while to understand why God still has me here. And I'm glad I am. Every day is a blessing. And I know that I'm here for a reason. And no matter what pain I go through, no matter what I deal with on a daily basis, how drained I am, how tired I am, and how hopeless sometimes I do feel, not as much as I did, I know I will be okay, because God's here for me. When everyone else failed me, even my parents, and nobody else was there for me, God has always been. And I'm blessed for the family and friends I have still here with me through my illness. And I just want you to know that don't believe lies being spewed in your ear. No matter if it's every day, every other day, whatever it is, that's Satan's work. You shouldn't listen to it. If you're hearing someone tell you you're worthless, no one will love you, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not handsome enough, you're not thin enough, you're not whatever, you are. You're beautiful. You're handsome. And if you're skinny, that's okay. Just be happy with who you are. In your own skin. In your own body. If you have stretch marks from having kids, know that it's beautiful. You carried a living being inside of you. You gave life. If you have stretch marks from medication or whatever the reason is, you're still beautiful. Look at me. I'm fluffy and I wear it proudly. When I first became sick, was on prednisone, people would call me names. And it hurt. Now, it took a while for me to realize they felt bad about themselves. So they had to try to make me feel bad about me. And I'm blessed every day I'm here. And so are you. Even if you're healthy, you're blessed to open your eyes, to breathe for one more day. No one's promised tomorrow or even the full day. Just realize that people that are putting you down are doing Satan's work. And they're doing it to make themselves feel better. At some point you have to feel sorry for them. And hope that someday they'll learn to love themselves. And feel good about themselves. And not to have to put anyone down. We should put people up. Not tear them down. Not make them feel horrible about themselves. And keep in mind, if you're one of those people that are constantly putting someone down, belittling them, and making them feel bad about themselves, what if that's the last straw? And God forbid, they take their own life. Just imagine that. Suicide is happening way too much. Sorry. I lost my best friend from that. And it's been 3 years. It doesn't get any easier. There's not a day that goes by I don't miss her. Sorry. Another reason it's really hard for me, because me and her were so close. I would talk to her twice, sometimes 3 times a day. And I can't do that no more. I can't hear her laugh or her voice. I even had her voicemail saved on my phone, and my phone deleted it. But the other thing is, that same day that she was thinking about that, and she actually did it, I was too. because I'm sick. I can't do much. Sorry. I can't vacuum. If I do, I only can do not even a half in the living room. And I'm drained and sore for a long time. Dishes, I can only do for 2 minutes. And that puts me in so much pain. Sorry. And then taking a bath wears me out. Getting dressed wears me out. Going grocery shopping is so hard on me. The stores are so hot. And too many people. And I'm sore afterwards. And I can't work. I hate being home all the time. And not being able to take care of myself. I'm so used to being independent. Now I have to be dependent. It's hard. And when I first became sick, and I couldn't work. I still can't. I would hear that I'm worthless, lazy. What's wrong with me? And I thought, how easy would it be to take my own life? Then I wouldn't be a burden on anyone. I wouldn't be a burden on my family. I wouldn't be a burden on my friends. No one. But the actual truth would be, if I did that, I would have hurt my friends and family more than anything. Suicide doesn't take away the pain. It just takes your pain that you're feeling and gives it to the people you care about. And I'm thankful that that day God stopped me. Sorry. But it reminded me I'm not worthless. I'm not lazy. I do what I can when I can. And right now I'm fighting to live every day because of my illness. And he also reminded me, no one's worthless. We're all here for a reason. And to remember, I may not hear it that often. None of us probably do. But we're so loved. So loved. By our friends, our family, and we're loved so much by God. That's why I say every day, I'm here, it's a blessing. And I used to think circus was the worst thing that could happen to me. But honestly, Yes, I hate being home all the time. I hate not being able to do anything that I could before. But I'm absolutely blessed to be here. And yes, I suffer every day. Some days the pain's so painful that I just want to give in and think, how easy would that be? But it wouldn't. And I'm still blessed because I'm still here. We just all need to remember we're all fighting different battles that some of us don't understand. We are loved. And if we weren't here, our families and friends would be lost without us. And my illness, why I say it's a blessing? Because it taught me so much. So much I couldn't learn without it. Well, my illness has taught me to love myself and to be thankful for every day. Because none of us is promised tomorrow or even the full day. So I'm thankful to still be here and be able to spend time with family, even though most of the time it's on the phone, and with friends. Everything's a blessing. And stillness also taught me to love myself, be happy and content in the skin I'm in, and not care what other people think. Being fluffy, because my medication, it's okay. I'm still beautiful. And it's made me a better person. This illness has taught me so much. It's taught me to be able to talk to people that have sarcoidosis and going through what I'm going through. So if they're thinking about suicide, I can talk them out of it. Because I've been there. And before I was first diagnosed, I was alone. So I know what that's like too. No one knew what I was going through. No one knew what to expect. And when we first thought it was cancer, I had plans. I would run away. Not tell anyone where I was going. And they wouldn't know until they had to identify my body wherever I ended up. And I know that's wrong now. And I'm glad that that never happened. Because if I would have done that, I would have took so much away from my family. And they probably wouldn't forgive me. I was scared, and I didn't want them to see me suffering. And I wanted them to remember me as being a fighter, being strong. But it's not like they don't see me suffer now. Even though at times I try to hide it. And at times I can't. Because the pain's just that bad. Or me having trouble breathing is just that bad. And I don't know why we try to hide what we're going through from our loved ones. I think we do it because we don't want them to feel bad. We're more concerned about how they will react or how they will feel compared to what we're going through. When people see that I'm in pain and I'm doing this because my muscle spasms and it's family, it hurts me because I see them hurt. I can deal with whatever I'm going through. I just don't like seeing other people hurt. And I know it's nothing I can control. But if I would have had cancer and went somewhere else where my family wouldn't be able to say their goodbyes or spend time with me, that would have took from them as well as for me. Because yes, I don't want them to see me suffering. I want them to not remember me that way. To remember me to being strong. A fighter. What I've always been. But I'm glad that I'm still here. And I get to spend time with them. And I get to know that they love me. And a lot of us don't hear those words a lot. If any, at all. My sisters try to tell me they love me often. Especially since they've known I was in a dark place. And was thinking about taking my own life. Especially when you feel alone. You're the only one dealing with this illness. You're the only one that knows what you're going through. So I made my page. Because I didn't want anyone to feel the way I felt. I felt so trapped. Like in a prison. And was researching about sarcoidosis disease. And the more I researched, the more devastated I became. The more it broke my heart. The more I kept getting scared and worried. Now I'm not scared anymore. I do worry. But I know no matter what, God's with me. And so is my family and friends. But I don't want anyone else to feel the way I felt. So alone. And in a dark place where you're thinking about suicide. So I made my page for that reason. And then I ended up finding amazing groups on Facebook. They're amazing. They know what we're going through. We can talk to them. We can even vent there. So a lot of times we can't talk to our friends or families about what we're going through because they don't understand. And that's okay, because they're not going through it. A lot of times we just need them to listen if we do tell them. Don't put us down and tell us that we're just looking for sympathy or wanting people to feel sorry for us or whatever. That's not the case. We want to bring awareness about our illness, and we want people to understand it. And we are sick. Sometimes it's just easier for people to deny it, say that we're lying, say we're faking. But you can't fake this illness. And whether, whatever medication you're on, if it makes you bigger, or even if you're healthy and you're bigger, or skinny, whatever, we're all beautiful. And you shouldn't try to change yourself to be the person that the other person's imagining that we are. And they want to control how we think, how we act, everything. That's not right. Be you, because you're unique, you're amazing, and don't try to change to be someone that that person wants to be with or wants you to be, because whatever they're taking for granted and they don't like about you, someone else will love and appreciate that so much. I learned that it wasn't too late, but I just wish I would have learned that sooner. So many times I've tried to change myself, and when I wasn't the one that needed to be, they needed to. Now if you're changing yourself for a better you, and making yourself happy, I tried to inform people that we have amazing support groups on Facebook. I mean, they're amazing. God help me find those. Because when I found out, I was all alone. And before we did the biopsy, I thought, well, if this is cancer, I'll run away somewhere. Maybe a corner. Somewhere. And just die. And then my family can come and identify my body. But then I realized after they did the biopsy and sarcoidosis, that would have been wrong. Why wouldn't I want to be surrounded by loved ones? Yeah, they would see me suffer, and I didn't want to be seen that way, but they see me suffering right now, too. And I try not to show them I'm in a lot of pain when I'm around them, or I'm having trouble breathing. But sometimes you just can't hide how you are feeling and what you're going through, because it's that bad. And honestly, we shouldn't. Yeah, we want them to remember us as being strong, warrior. But we need to realize we are. Even if we're suffering, if we're going through what we're going through, you're still a warrior. You want to know why? Because you're still here. And you fight every day alongside your body to be here every day. And that's something. And I made my videos and I made my page because I was alone. In this world, alone is not good. Dealing with an illness, a severe, incurable illness. And so I didn't want anyone to feel like I did. And then I decided, I'm going to search on Facebook. There has to be more. And there was a lot more. I found the support groups. I was no longer alone. I had people that were dealing with sarcoidosis just like me. I had people I could talk to. People that understood what I was going through. And it was a huge blessing. And we don't complain all the time about our illness. We go there so we have someone to talk to. Some of us, our support groups, are very little if we have any. Or when you're sick, family members just can't deal with it. It's hard for them. So the way that they deal with it is by telling you you're lying. You're not really sick. Sarcoidosis ain't that bad. You don't have it. Well, that's their way of dealing with you being sick. So I just wanted to tell you, you are worth so much more than you give yourself credit for. And you're loved. And you should feel beautiful in your own skin. Whether you're skinny, fluffy, curvy, big, it don't matter. You're still beautiful and handsome. God made you the way you are. And that right there should be enough to make you proud. And He even made you white as snow. Or caramel. Or milk chocolate. Or gorgeous dark chocolate. You're all beautiful. I don't know why there's this, you're too white, or you're not white enough, or you're not caramel enough, you're not black enough. Why we even have that? Should be you're you and you are beautiful and handsome. People should feel good about their own being, their own skin, their own soul. That what other people say, it shouldn't bother us, where it shakes us to the core and we question, are we enough? And we look in the mirror and what we're seeing the total opposite. Someone that we don't like. Someone that is ugly. And that shouldn't be the case. Look, God doesn't make any mistakes when He creates us. We're the ones that make the mistakes. We're the ones that do the sinning. There's not one person that has not sinned that is alive today. No one is perfect. Not at all. The only one that is God. And I know the way the world is becoming. He looks down at us every day. And He's crying. The evil that's going on, the murders, the deaths, the corruption, just all of it. There's a point in your life you have to know that you're enough. And anyone that tries to change you and mold you into what they want isn't the person that you should be with. They should want to mold you into being someone that is better, achieving so much more, but not trying to tell you, well, you're doing this wrong all the time, or you're stupid, or you're not good enough, because you are. You need to realize at some point in your life that you're perfect just the way you are. Yes, we all have to grow and change in some things, but on our own time. And everything happens for a reason, to mold us to be a better us. But you should never question yourself if you're good enough, if you're worthy enough, if pretty enough, smart enough, whatever. And if you're weird and crazy, and like I am sometimes, where things just end up popping out of my mouth, just crazy things, weird things, or I'm using an app and making myself into white sumo, I wouldn't change me for anyone ever again. Because if the person I'm with doesn't like who I am, or how I am, or that I've gotten big because of my medication, or whatever the reason is, there's someone out there that'll appreciate everything they took for granted. And my time, just like your time, is precious. And we shouldn't waste it on being abused, or listen to evil things being spewed into our ears, and for it to be planted in our minds that has to be true when it's not. We need to realize, we should realize before we're in our 30s or whatever, that we don't need negative in our life. We need nothing but positive. Nothing but love, respect, and not put up with fighting every day. No abuse, no hitting, no mental, no physical abuse. Nothing of that sort. We love ourselves so much that won't even happen when we see it, or even one little red flag, that person's out of our life for good. It should be like that when we first start dating. When we're in high school, we shouldn't deal with drama. We shouldn't have to deal with anything else. It's sad that sometimes it takes us to be in our 30s to realize, wait, I shouldn't have dealt with that. Man, I was with that person for way too long. and put up with way too much. But you live and you learn. That's all that matters. And things happen to make us stronger and a better person. And my past has done that with me. And Sarcoidosis has done that for me. When I was diagnosed with heart disease, I thought, man, my life is over. But I was happy because I had my beautiful children. But I thought, man, nobody's going to want to be with me. No one's going to love me. And I was so wrong. So wrong. Just because you have an illness doesn't mean anything. There's anyone out there that would be lucky to be with you. To be lucky to share their time with you and your time with them. Should feel blessed to have your presence knowing and in their life. And I just want you to know that you're handsome, you're beautiful, no matter what nationality, culture, religion you are from. You are beautiful, you are handsome, and you're here for a reason. And God never makes mistakes. He put us all here. And if we all look the same, how boring would that be? Alright, well, I hope you're having a blessed day. And God bless you all. Bye.